We are at Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Washington Huskies and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Huskies head coach before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Hawkeyes will kick off first, and here we go. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Smith takes the handoff. Got the first down. At the 40, there he goes. Flying down the left side. He's at the 10, all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for the edge. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Handoff for Malton. There he goes. Past the 50. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keep. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls out.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Here's Williams. Finds his target. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Williams. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Throwing on the run. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Washington. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Uh-oh, look out. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. The 30, the 20,
so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then Dave shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They'll line up to go for two. Motion from the back. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a play to finish in an 87-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Play action with Williams. Buys time to his left. Working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
The handoff. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll take it himself. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Washington wants to go quickly. Williams. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Breaks into the open. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Keeps it on the ground. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settles. Deadlocked after 1 period of play as we have a look at the stats.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Throwing, Williams. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Let's it fly. Looking for the goal line. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Huskies line it up with a first and goal. Here's a give to Washington. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think first and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on first down.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Here's Williams to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. On the return, it's Coleman Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. The give. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
There's some daylight. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hawkeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. On play action. At the 35, he's got more. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Hits the hole. It's Russell. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Huskies. Special teams proving to be special.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
He'll bring it out. It's Danzy. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw one first. Quickly to the tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Still running at the 40. Running free. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. Great job by the back on the option. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off. But when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They say you play the analytics here and go for 2. I think it's too early for this. Marches ahead. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Williams. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Williams will pass. Turns it upfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Washington right back to the line. Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Out wide right, it's Washington. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Hauls it in. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
They'll give it to Washington. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Williams. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Williams looking for a man. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got the first himself. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Washington. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. One more snap coming before halftime. Buys a little time. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the UConn Huskies, taking on the number 25 team, the Temple Owls. And it's Connecticut trying to win the home opener.
He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Throwing, Williams. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. The give is to Smith. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
They got to play like this the rest of the game.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Give to Washington again. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Trying to get started. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Pulls it. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Kamari again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeps it himself. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Love the play call on offense there. 3rd down. You're just trying to stress the defense, right? The football can be 3 different.
Makes a grab and room to run. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback. Man, you run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
The Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver going in motion. Using his feet. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.